Hi everybody, Russ from the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. If you're new, Andy, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Get ready for silly season. Get ready for silly season. Anyway, obviously, disappointing end to the season. What a great season we've had, but obviously it could have been a lot better. I think that's the way I've looked at it. We've got European football again for the second time in consecutive seasons. We've qualified for Europe due to our league position. First time ever we've done that due to our league position. Put that caveat in, so I'll get pelters in the older comments. But also the first time we finished 7th in the top 7 consecutive seasons in the top division ever in our history. 126 years or whatever. So that's not too shabby, Alonso, is it really? And as I said, as obviously Palace did half the job, but we just didn't really turn up. I didn't think Brighton. And also, for Brighton, that was the first time in 21 league games where we're winning at half time and we've lost. It's the first time ever in 22 games when we've won. I think 17 we've won and 4 we've drawn, or it might be the other way around or something like that. But always bloody Brighton here. Always bloody Brighton. Anyway, as I said, with that defeat, we have qualified for the Europa League conference. And I think there's a little bit of... I think some people turn their nose up to it, because I think it's the wrong expression, but some people are a bit sort of, it's the conference. But, we'd have probably bitten the hand off for it last year, to be honest. But, by, that sort of last little bit of run at the end of the season, we qualified for the Europa League and went into the group stages. Obviously, if we'd finished 6th rather, like Man United have done this season, we would have gone into the group stages of the Europa League. But is what it is, and we're in a conference, so it's exciting, and there's European football again. So those Thursday nights, and then Sunday afternoons, get used to. We've got a whole season, or hopefully we'll do. So what I thought I'd do today is give you a little bit of information about Europa League conference, because you might not know it. It's a little bit different, I'll be honest. It's a little bit. Still don't really understand it myself, and I've been reading up about it quite a bit. But let me give you a little bit of sort of the overall. There's 181 teams. Quite a few teams. There's quite a few teams in there. 181 teams are going to be in the conference by the end of the tournament itself. It's made up of the 54 of the 55 UEFA member associations, obviously excluding Russia. I think it was the beginning of this month that UEFA mentioned that Russia was not going to be in European football next year. That's complicated matters a little bit, I'll be honest, in terms of some buys and stuff to make sure the numbers up, and a little bit complicated. And so at the moment there are 181 teams due to enter. Now the important date, just get it for your diary straight away. The 7th of June is the final. 7th of June 2023 is the final of the Europa League at the Sinobo Stadium in Prague, which is Slavia Prague Stadium. So Thomas Souček, Vladimir Soufal returning back to their homeland, to their previous club stadium for the final. A hero's welcome. It's already written. The script is already written. More importantly, unlike obviously Europa League, we went straight into the group stages. We don't do that in the conference. We actually go in at the playoff stage, which is the stage before the group stages. Before that, there's a number of preliminary stages, knockout stages, that type of thing, which we'll go through anyway and let you guys know. But the important dates of the diary: 1st of August 2022 is the draw for the playoffs, and the playoff ties on the 18th and the 25th of August. Before then, there's been 3 qualifying rounds, which I believe the actual draw for the first round qualifier is in about 3 weeks' time. The 14th of June. The 14th of June is the draw for the first round qualifier of the conference, with the first leg being the 7th and the second leg being the 2nd of July. And then you've got the second qualifiers, the 21st of July and 28th of July. And then the third round qualifiers, which is what we want to sort of keep an eye on, because we want to see who we're going to be joining potentially. But also the draw would have happened before, for the prep for the playoff rounds, before the third round qualifiers. The actual qualifiers for the third round are the 4th and the 11th of August. Now,
pay attention, because I will be giving asking a test at the end. Now, we've gone into the playoff round already, so we've skipped the first, second, or third round qualifiers. In essence, this is a playoff, but it's still a qualifier. Let's be honest, it's still a qualifier, double-headed qualifier in mid-August, and there's 5 teams that have joined us, or 4 teams plus us. So there's one from each major league in Europe. So obviously us from the Premier League, Fiorentina from Serie A, Nice from Ligue 1, Cologne from Bundesliga, and the La Liga 7th place team, which is either going to be Villarreal or Atletico Bilbao, I believe. So they've still got one more game to play, I believe, in La Liga. So that may be resolved this evening. I don't know when the games are, actually. It might be this evening anyway. So there's 5 teams already in. Now, here we go. Who could we be drawn against? Well, obviously, it depends about the qualifier rounds, the previous qualifier rounds beforehand. But they don't make things interesting. There's 2 paths. There's the main path and the champions path. The main path includes 34 teams, 5 already qualified. That's us. We're one of them. Plus 27 winners from the third round of the qualifiers for the Conference League. And then also 2 Europa League third round losers from the main path. So basically, it seems that there's this, I might paraphrasing this quite a lot, I appreciate, but the Champions path is basically the feed down from the Champions League. That's what it seems, because they have several qualifying rounds as well, first, second, third. So if they lose the first round qualifier, they go into the conference. I don't exactly know how it works, to be honest, because it's quite confusing. But we don't need to worry about that as such until they get to the playoff stage anyway. But you've also got the Champions path, which are 10 teams, so 5 winners from the third round conference round, Champions path, plus also 5 losers from the third round Europa League qualifiers champions path. Now, there's also buys involved as well, because there's of the extra teams needed because of Russia's not involvement in it. So 2 of the Champions League first round qualifying losers will receive buys to the third round qualifiers, as two fewer losers are transferred to the qualifying round of the second league due to the Champions League group berths being vacated following the suspension of Russia from the 2022-23 European season. So it's very confusing. It's very confusing, but there's going to be some interesting teams we're going to be drawn against. Let's be honest. And you look at Roma and teams like that getting to the final as well. It's a good path, I think, to get into Europe next year, the previous year, so the 23-24 season particularly. Some of the teams who qualified for the first round qualifiers, I mentioned it before in the previous video, but a couple from Wales, Ballatown and Newtown. We've got, who else? Dinamo Tbilisi. Actually, both Tbilisis, Dinamo and Sabratolo Tbilisi. A couple from Northern Ireland, Cliftonville, Larne. We've got a couple from Ireland, Sligo Rovers, Derry City, Dinamo Minsk. They've already qualified for the first round qualifiers. In terms of people who got into the second round qualifiers, main path, you've got Motherwell, Maccabi Tel Aviv. You've got Slavia Prague, Sparta Prague. We've got, who else? CSK, Sofia, St Patrick's Athletic, where Ang's on loan to at the moment. And then you've got the third round qualifiers main path, which include Braga, Anderlecht, Wolfsburg, Dundee United, Panathinaikos, 20. So some good teams, some established teams. And then obviously you've got the playoffs, which you've already mentioned. But as I said, don't worry about nothing in the Conference League until around sort of the beginning of August, because there's going to be so many people dropping in from the Europa League and dropping in from the Champions League and So don't worry until sort of beginning of August. Then we'll start concentrating on the playoffs and stuff, or maybe even sort of the end of July. But anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. I still understand my culture, to be honest, but I've got my head around it a little bit. The main thing is we've got a 2-game header to get into the group stages of the Europa Conference League.
That's all you need to know, which is the first. The draw is the 1st of August. As I said, the dates will be the 14th and I can't remember what it is. The dates are the 18th and the 25th. 18th and the 25th of August will be the 2 dates, and the most important day is the 7th of June, which is the final in Prague. We don't want to go Budapest anyway. Thank you very much, peeps. We'll be back tomorrow for a debrief of the game, going through some of the ratings. Not going to be very high, I'll be honest, and getting your views. And then silly season starts. Let me just a couple of bits coming out next week as well. Pop Robinson Appreciation Night on Tuesday night with Martin, the voice of London Stadium, and Nigel Calm. And then on Thursday we've got little Maddie Holmes doing a live Q&A. So that'll be Thursday night, 9 p.m. So make sure you check that out. Lots of cool guests we've got lined up for you over the next over the summer. So there we go. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Stay lucky. Stay cheeky. Stay healthy. And believe. We're back in Europe, baby. And see you guys very, very soon. Take care, my friends. Bye. Bye.
It's like a family tree, part of you and part of